Good morning, good morning. Hello, Samuel. Hello, Andef Null. Good to see you all here. And let me just. I was totally not ready for this. I need to share on Discord for real quickly still. Live. Hello, Kodipe, I don't know, Kodipe from Poland. Welcome. It's good to see you here as well. Let's do some coding this morning. I'm looking forward to it. Actually, this morning, folks, my daughter woke up, vomited all over the place. So yeah, that was fun. It was a fun morning. She's to the doctor now because she's not good. But my wife is handling it, and she said I could stream, so here we are. We'll see. Maybe if things are terribly wrong, I will run out, but I don't think that will happen. It's just all these kids get sick. There's no stopping them. So, by the way, on YouTube, let me know how the stream's quality is. Because I've now changed the setting to ultra low latency. Not just low latency, but ultra low. So I don't know how much impact that has on the quality, especially when we're writing code. Let me know if anything is wrong there. I have no way of fixing it unless after the stream. But at least that way I'll know for next time. I hope it's okay. I prefer lower latency so that we can have a proper chat with each other, you know. Let's see, what else is there to say? Oh yeah, who saw my thumbnail? I'm proud of this thumbnail. Oh, so I can just hear people already facepalming. It's a joke, of course. Almost a joke. I don't know. Let's see. I like this thumbnail. I had inspiration for it last week already, but yeah. So, by the way, last week did a stream with Nuno, which is really fun. If you haven't seen it already, you can. Oh, here it is. You should give it a watch. It was really nice. Definitely give that a watch. We're doing a second part because we only got halfway through. We're doing a second part on Friday, this week Friday, which will also be my very last day before the holiday break. So I'll try to do a stream every day this week again. We managed to do that last week. Well, work week, of course. I'm not streaming in the weekends. But we'll try to do that as well this week. Sometimes it will be in the morning, sometimes it will be in the afternoon, and then depending on your time zone, that might be total chaos again. Another layer of of complexity there. But I'll just see when it fits my schedule basically, and we'll take it from there. So Kodipe, you said I pronounced it correct, and now I forgot how I pronounced it. So, but okay, the video is not excellent, but good enough. Yeah, I mean, it's live streaming, right? It doesn't have to be super excellent, I guess. Because most of you are just here to listen to me in the background, I learned. I don't know if that's the case for everyone, but if you do, please just take 1 minute to come say hi in chat, and then you can go back to your day, and I will be your background noise, your white noise, while you're waiting for your LLMs to finish. Basically, that's what I've been told people are doing during my stream. So cool. So before we dive into code, let me just mention this. I mentioned it last week as well a couple of times. Partial function application. It's coming to PHP. I just noticed I'm on the top corner here. I should be here. It's coming to PHP. The RFC has been accepted with a whopping 33 yes votes and 0 no and 0 abstain, which is a really good result. I would say it makes sense because without partial function application, the pipe operator is, I won't say unusable, but it's really clunky. Just as a quick recap, if you haven't seen it before, I think I've shown this like every stream in the past week, or almost every stream. We got the pipe operator here in PHP 8.5, which was released, when was it? 3 weeks ago, something like that. And so you have to write this for, which is very clunky syntax. Let me actually input like so. And if you run this, then echo output, you get, let me actually make it a bit, you get this. So this input is piped through all these pipes one by one. It's another way of, well, it's a way around nested functions basically. But the thing that was missing is that the pipe operator always expects the closure that it gets to have exactly one parameter. Which in case of string replace, that doesn't work because it needs 3 parameters. And there are lots of other functions. Array map, for example, is another very common one. And so what's still missing, but now coming with partial function application, is that we can remove all of this. And instead of writing string here, we can add a question mark. And you can add as many question marks as you want, of course, with partial function application. But in the scope of the pipe operator, this is the most, well, this is what you need, because you need a closure with exactly one parameter. And underneath, what this does is basically, as far as I understand, wrap it in a closure with one parameter, and then pass that parameter or something like this, like a bar, like this. So it wraps it underneath, but it's so much cleaner. And I really like this. You can kind of compare it to full first-class callables, right? Where we already have this syntax, and so this is a way to do that more granularly, to make a closure string, to make an on-the-fly closure basically of a function with some parameters also already filled in, and others not. And so that basically enables the full power of the pipe operator. Now the bad news is we'll still have to wait for another year for this to be in PHP. It's really unfortunate that it took too long to get in PHP 8.5, but it is what it is. For me personally, I think I don't have that many use cases for the pipe operator without that clunky short closure syntax. So I will probably have to wait until 8.6, but it's okay. At least we're getting it, so I'm really happy with that. And I haven't read through the discussion yet. I'll do that at one point. But my feeling is that everyone accepts this RFC, not solely because of the pipe operator, but it's a very solid RFC again by Larry, and was it Ilya? No, Arnaud this time, yeah. And it's just this very solid feature, and it makes sense. Especially now that we have the pipe operator, it really makes sense. So that's good. That's I'm happy with that. That's something to look forward to 1 year from now. We'll talk in 2020, well, end of 2026, start of 2027, when we're be able to use it. So people on Reddit are also excited about it, it seems. I haven't read through these comments. Not going to do that on stream now, but yeah. So the work of the day today. The things we wanted to do last week, basically, but we kept running into problems. So let's see whether it now actually just works or not. This is the first time I'm opening the code again since Friday. Although, we ended Friday with some refactorings done by Claude, I think it was, this time instead of Junie. And that was good, that worked. We added these custom failure messages. I'm not quite sure if I 100% like it, but we'll see. But the generated code wasn't really the way I liked it. So I refactored it once again. But it was a good first step, and it helped me along the way. It made a couple of things easier. So it did all the refactoring here. So that's really nice. These are, because like this is already quite a huge class, right? 850-ish lines with all the assertions. And there are probably more to come, but this is a good base set. But actually what we wanted to do, what we started working on before running into lots of issues with the container, if memory serves me right, is these testers, right? That's what we were working on. And these testers, they come from Tempest, which is the primary use case for this as well. And I want to understand how viable our new testing framework is in the context of like a real use case. Well, yeah, it's a real use case. I want to see what kind of edge cases I run into. Now, luckily for me, I already have a lot of like code that already works with PHP units, so it will be it's a good sample set. Also lots of work and details to figure out, but that's good because this is how we discover edge cases before we do anything for real. And so last time we started working on this console test, and I still have to edit my configuration here. It's okay. It was already configured correctly. So this works. We're now going through all these existing assertions, basically assertion methods, and we'll see what needs to be added or not. I have to admit, what did I do? I have to admit it's been a while. It's been a while. And there is a big part of this tester also that works with like console interactivity. Okay. Yeah, let's see how whether it works or not. So we want to test our assertions, and that means we'll actually have to wrap some calls into another test, basically, because in this case, assert error. Oh yeah, we want to also test our failing assertions, whether they give the right messages. That's actually what we were fixing last Friday, whether we can override these default messages. I have a stand-up in 8 minutes. I read it in Arnold's voice. I'll be back. Something like that. I never saw that movie, by the way, but I of course know the quote. But yeah, this is a great start into the new week, Oru says. And Undefnul also never saw that movie. Good one. Yeah. But let's just quote like popular culture stuff so that we have like feel like we belong with the crowd, basically. Well, if I follow if I keep doing the things I do, I definitely always go against the stream with building these own frameworks and testing libraries and whatnot. And some people mock me for it, but that's fine. I'll deal with it. So yeah, what we want to assert here is that actually, we'll do test and then rapid inner closure and then succeed. I need to import it. Succeeds. This is actually what we want to test, right? And then when we call this, it should fails. But now we want to assert whether it has a specific message, right? And this is the current failed asserting that Tempest exit code success is Tempest exit code error. So this is the current message. Okay. And let's see exit code. Okay, so for now this message is okay. Let's also wrap this, of course, in a test. Boom. Succeeds. And then unknown should fail with this error message. Okay. One big question I have yet, also, is naming, right? So our base tester class, which is let's say the primitive asserts. Actually, let's call this primitive tester. Primitive tester. I like that more. But over here, we never use the word assert. And so we might have to refactor that as well. Dumb guy codes says own framework crazy. Yeah, maybe I'm a little bit crazy. Yeah. Is that a good or a bad thing, you think, dumb guy codes? Is that, you could say, maybe a dumb thing to do? I don't know. One thing I'm sure of is that it often leads to very entertaining, very entertaining content. I mean, we're writing code on stream. There's only a level of entertainment there, but within that category of live streaming code, it's usually a fun thing to do. Oh, I can't hear you. I have you muted. Okay. No. Okay then. Let's. It's lunch hour here, so watching the visuals of your stream. Okay, good. Enjoy. So then for dumb guy codes, we'll do some more visuals, but I'll keep talking, of course. Let's see. Yeah, so the naming stuff. Let's keep it assert for now. We'll see how we refactor that. Let's say assert C or contains is actually. Hang on, my ear is popping. Okay. Assert contains is the meta container. I'm so too many containers. Container. We don't need this. Assert contains. So in test, output as unformatted string contains text. That's good for now. Let's see. So we'll test function. Failed asserting that. Yeah, okay. That's stupid. Okay. Let's see what the error message is here. Failed asserting that this blob contains Tempest. Actually, that is a good error message. That is a good error message. Okay, so assert contains Tempest or test. Let's do test. The test command will always be there because we're running test here, so that will be fine. And then test fails. Okay, but now we have to paste all of this. And so this is probably what we want to override here. We had this message before, failed to assert that console output included text. These lines were printed. Now what I just noticed from my own experience that printing the whole output often doesn't really help because it's just a huge blob of text. So I want to try just having this and then text. And so now the output is failed asserting. Oh yeah, okay. Failed to assert that console output failed. And I'll rewrite console output did not contain. Did not contain. You know, just console output did not contain unknown. And I copied the backtick too much. Too many. One backtick too many, I think. No. So console output did not contain unknown. So I'm trying to think whether we do indeed want to include the full output or not. No. If we do dump, what happens actually? That doesn't really help us. And so I'm just trying to think of how I was using this before. I know that there were many times where having the whole dump, like everything that was outputted, is just kind of annoying. At the same time, you do want to see. But you know what I did? I then did this. Print? No, oh yeah, it should be here, of course. And then did print to debug it, you know. That's what I always do. So I think I want to keep it pretty concise for now. We'll see how that turns out. Okay. So then we do assert does not contain. Yeah. Assert does not contain test. Contain does. It's early Monday morning for me as well, folks. Yeah. Okay, let's see. And so this fails because we're still using our old assert, of course. And so we'll refactor this, test this output as unformatted string. Not contains not, and actually I want that same like vocabulary over here. Console output contained while it shouldn't. Quotes. See, and over here I write failed asserting that does not contain. I do wish there was, like, we need to come up with a proper guideline for like a naming convention basically for assertions and failing methods. Failing messages, I mean. Let's see. I'm not gonna include the formatted string either. And what's wrong here now? Failed asserting that is, yes, console output did not contain. Okay, console output contained test while it shouldn't. That's this message over here. but now this one fails. What's the difference? Failed asserting that console output did not contain. Drop is console output did not contain. What's the difference? Yeah, I changed the casing. Wow. Yeah, and then over here I want to change this message as well. Is, and then the reason will say, how did I format that over here? Just one line, okay. Instead got this exit code value. And we can do it like this. Now we need to change these. Instead, there are so many quotes here, but that's because we're testing our testing framework. Tempest instead got console. Tempest failed asserting that is. Oh no, this is the correct message, right? Yes, okay. Failed asserting that. Like so. Okay. Expected. Yeah, that colon can be gone actually. Okay. Okay, better. But yeah, I need to come up with proper naming conventions here because I'm already. Why? Oh yeah. Let's just add it at the bottom here. Internal, or maybe let's just add it in contributing. Naming conventions. For assertion methods. Never assertion methods should not contain the word assert. Instead, they should read like a fluent sentence. For example, test whatever is something else. Or you know what? Test this. Is that a fluid sentence? I'm not sure actually. Test this is that. And so what pest does here is expect this to be that. That reads more fluent, to be honest. But there are a couple of issues there. First, I don't just want to copy pest. I don't know. But test is also a lot easier to write than expect. So I want to keep test. That makes more sense. Test is that. This test, this is that. Actually, you should read it like this, right? Test. This is that? In that case, it kind of makes sense, I think. Test 1. An array, for example, misses key 2. Right? Again, test that A misses key 2. Sorry, array misses key 2. In my mind, that kind of makes sense. Now, for failure messages should always start with a lowercase letter. Maybe I should not do that, actually. Maybe I should turn it around. I don't know why I started doing that. But yeah. Because the failure message comes after, like, there's always a prefix to, like, the first part of the failure message sentence that's being added on top. I can, of course, like LC, lowercase, LC first. Let's see. Sorry. Brain fart. Then for failure messages, let's see how I did it for my tester test, and which I'm going to rename to primitive tester test. Primitive, yeah. Yes, that's good. So instead of writing this, it should be something like was not. 1 was not 2. Right? Because we already know a test that like this failed, right? It's written in big red text. Why do we have to say failed asserting that? I mean, it doesn't 1 was not. Should be what's imperative mood? I have no idea. Should be written in the past tense. X was not. Actual was not expected. Something like this. Actual was not expected. Or they should be written in the past tense. For example, actual was not expected, or did not contain expected. Or something had key, so something like array had key expected, had key blah, 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 while it should not. Feels a bit better to me, I think. I think so. Yeah, maybe. So these are the small details that actually make a huge difference to daily use, to be honest. So I want to give this some proper thought, and yeah, not just stick with what we're used to. That's kind of the whole purpose of this. So it basically means that I have to rewrite exception messages. Let's see whether... Yeah, there are some failures here. Yeah, that's fine. Gonna revert that. And what else did fail? In primitive tester test. What changes did I make here? Nothing, right? What changes did I make here? There are some more here. No. Nothing. Fail to turn that. So in this case, we would get failed assert is not expected. Maybe it should have a bit more clarity. Did not contain expected. PHP fart time is back. Hello. It's good. It's good PHP fart time, especially now that you're back. I mean, I'm just brainstorming some naming stuff, you know, which is arguably a very hard thing to do. And I'm going to give, I think, Junie another shot at fixing this for me and see what it comes up with. I just don't really understand why this fails, but I'm just gonna commit it. We'll see. Work in progress. Oh, error messages. Yes, error messages, PHP fart time, which are really make a difference between whether the thing is useful or not. So I want to really get it right. So I was writing down some guidelines here, and I'm going to change this with an uppercase letter. Should it have proper punctuation? No, I don't know. I'm just gonna give it a try. We'll see how it goes. I want to change the failure messages in primitive tester. They should all follow the following rules. A couple of examples would be, I'm just scared that it's going to, I'm going to strip all of this because it's gonna like think it's actually, I'll do it like this. Array, something like that. A rule, need to think about strict rules and follow it. Have you tried to discuss this with an LLM? No, not yet. Let's see what Junie now comes up with. Maybe it like introduces a couple more ideas. A dot at the end of each sentence. Yeah, so that's what I'm wondering about. Do we want proper punctuation or not? Because there are cases where, let's see. Like for example over here, failed asserting that burp. So this is unreadable. We're all like clear on that, I think. We'll have to fix that. I do wonder if you want to like have a like to better clarify it in console output, that it should follow more like this kind of structure. Let me see. Failed asserting that broop is, and then lots of spaces, which I don't know where they come from. I don't know if that makes it better. But that doesn't really work for all things, I think. Yeah, what about a short sentence? Yeah, I feel like we should just do the sentence, but we can detect the length of the sentence, by the way. And if that's the case, we can do some pre-processing, that if this is the default sentence, oh, that's actually a really cool feature. If like the length of the variable data is too long, we can split it automatically in one place. That's actually really good. And then for short sentences, actual doesn't contain expected, like PHP fart time says. By the way, can you tell us the history of this name, PHP fart time? I think it's a really great name, but I do want, like, I need some more info here, I feel. While you're doing that, I'm going to do it step by step, okay? Should I have clicked it already? I don't know. We'll see. And then when this is done, we can actually, well, I can actually do that right now. Multitasking, right? Because this is, what's it called? Vibe coding, yes. Undef null is back as well. That's good. That's great. We have our test has failed over here. And over here we do some processing, right? And actually, what we can do, we can do something like this. So parsed value, right? And then data, parsed data is, but here we can check if strlen parsed value is more than 50 or something like that. This is a very bad autocompletion. We can parsed value, no, stop autocompleting, equals PHP end of line parsed value PHP end of line. And actually we can add some tabs here as well, although we should add them for every new line. So I should yeah. Yeah, actually what we should do is we should do it like this, and then string replace. We want to replace PHP end of line with PHP end of line, and then another tab character. It actually works. There's some wrapping there. Maybe we shouldn't do tabs. Maybe that's just overkill. What we could do, actually, does this always work? Let's see. Parsed value equals, I think it's dim. No, style equal. Style. this shouldn't be done over here, but it's just an experiment. Actually, it shouldn't, like, this also shouldn't be done. Yeah, there are some issues there. Yeah, this wrapping shouldn't be done here either. Oh, I heard a pling. Where did the pling come from? Oh, Discord probably. Let me just. Okay. Undefnol here. Off topic. Nope, not gonna look. Yeah, okay. I looked at Tempest last weekend and was pleasantly surprised to see Mago configuration in the root directory. For some reason, I'm excited about it. Oh, we've been using Mago for a long time now. Yeah, and it's a really great quality assurance tool. So we're super happy with it. Yeah. One day, let's hear the story of PHP Fart Time. One day, my friend and I decided to create a PHP channel where we would share cool things from the PHP world and do live streams. Since we were living in the same apartment at the time, we trusted each other so much that even a fart only strengthened our friendship. You know, it's a problem to do such things near a girl, but not with a buddy. So here I am joining the stream, forgetting to switch from the shared account to my personal one. And it seems it wasn't a mistake. Oh, wow. Oh, this pop-up thing is like really annoying. Oh, that's it's. Thank you for sharing that, PHP Fart Time, and I'm happy that you're here. Stay, definitely stay. So what I realize here is that doing it in the exception itself isn't the best of ideas, because output will depend on, like, if we're doing TeamCity output, we shouldn't have these end of line stuff in here. So we should do it in the output. We should do it in the outputter, which we can, I think, just with some more parsing. But let's revert this. But yeah, it should be done in the output. Okay, so Junie, what's the... It's trying to run PHP unit. No, skip. Yes, please. Let's see what's being changed actually. Nothing yet. Oh, it's doing some things over here. But it's still working here. Despite the channel's funny name, we talk about serious things, but we are not restricted from joking in ways others might not dare. You know what I mean. I'm interested to check it out now. Also, let me remove, delete, warn, timeout, ban. PHP Fart Time. Oh, is it in? It's in Russian. Okay, that's gonna be difficult for me to understand. But okay. We are a team of PHP and Golang developers who create high performance. Nice name. Oh, the pling was on Mastodon actually. That was the pling I was hearing. wasn't on Discord. So. Okay, is Juni done? No, it didn't do anything. Like, it made 6 changes. Okay, so we're going to roll back all of this. Our contributing, we're going to... yeah, okay, that's fine. Now I'm going to try with Claude because, I don't know. Primitive tester. Let's see. Yeah, we'll see if this works out. Would be nice if it does. Otherwise, I'll have to go through everything. Myself. It actually looks like it's doing what I wanted to do. It's doing the work. So, by the way, where are you all from, folks? While we're waiting, take a second to alt tap back into YouTube. Say hi. It's always good for me to know where people are coming from. That's always really encouraging. Also leave a like while you're here. That helps as well. I know it's early morning. People are still like booting up. At least for me, it's early morning. Oh, Riaz is here. Hey, Riaz. That's my ex-colleague, Riaz. That's nice. Slovakia, Undefnil. Finally, I know. Undefnil has been like a very, very loyal streamer, viewer, follower. Poland as well. Okay, that's good. Poland. Spammer. Yeah, Undefnil spammer. Yeah, that's right. I mean, we need to fill in the time while we're waiting for Claude to finish. So you might as well spam a little bit. And what I'm also curious about, like, you're joining this stream now. Why? Is it just background noise while you're doing work? Are you like really following along? What's your reason for being here? It helps me to know what I should focus on in the future. If you're just here to hear some background noise, then that's fine as well. Let me know. Egypt. Have you been on the stream already? Al-Masri? I don't know. Nepal even. Wow. That's far away. I'm always clicking here. Oh, I'm so sorry for that. It's really annoying, chat. Okay, Claude is still working. So what brings you here, folks? Let me know. Let me know in chat. Nepal even. What time is it in Nepal? Current time. Okay, yeah, afternoon. Okay. Oh, that's not as much as I thought it would be. Georgia, PHP far time. Let's see. Oh, Claude is still doing his work. But did not contain, well, it shouldn't, did not have key, had key, why it shouldn't, was not an instance of, was an instance of, while it should not. Expected. That's good. That's good. It's doing all the things while it should not. Was not a list. Was a list while it should not. Was not empty. Was. What is it actually doing still? Well, maybe there are some more changes at the end. Was empty, was not greater than or equal, was not less than or equal to, was not true, was not false, was not truish, was not falsish, was not null, was null while it shouldn't, was not array while it shouldn't. That's good. I like this. This reads good, I think, like fluent. Makes sense to me, at least. Was not string, was not scalar, literal, started with while it should not, did not end with, ended with while it should not, was not valid JSON, was valid JSON while it was not. Perfect. Oh, now it's done. Keep all, and now we need to update. Also update the primitive. Well. So that all tests are green again. Use the command php tempest test to run tests. php tempest tests. Test. Did I write tests? Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna pause this selection here. Let's see if this works. Would be nice. Hello from Turkey. How do you pronounce that now? Now that it's not Turkey anymore? Turkey. In Dutch it's Turkije, so we always said it a little differently, but Turkey? I don't know. Oh yeah, run command. Brum. Good. Okay, it's yeah, it's going. It's doing its thing. That's good. Meanwhile, I'll check up real quick if there's an update on my daughter. Nothing. By the way, for people who didn't join the stream at the very start, so this morning we were getting ready for school. My daughter woke up, really bad fever, almost 40 degrees Celsius. So that's pretty high. And then she just vomited all over the place, all over me. So that was the morning. Then my wife took her to the doctor. So we'll see. It's probably nothing. I mean, like these high fevers with little kids, they are commonplace. But still, need to check it out. Hello, Sam. Good to see you here as well. Ready for... I keep clicking on the chat. I have this... I don't know if I'm the only one who does this, but I have this really annoying habit. I think I told this on stream like before, but like when I read documentation or something, I select a paragraph that I'm reading, and then I go to the next one, and then to the next one. But it drives my wife crazy because I'm constantly like, you know, and especially on my laptop's trackpad where I don't have, I have like push to click. I don't have like just tap. I want to be able to, so it's constantly clicking. Like, and if I'm really into the zone, I'll start doing this to follow along. And yeah, it's just it drives her crazy. Hey Jakub, good to see you here. It's my colleague Jakub in chat. Good morning. You had a good morning, Jakub. Ready for some work? Ready for some streaming early morning? That's nice. I do the same, and there is always an event listener that pops on share on. Yeah. So this is what I'm doing here in chat, and it's so annoying because these buttons are here, and the YouTube version is even worse because as soon as you click it, it shows this pop-up, and you cannot unclick it except for clicking here. Yeah, it's really annoying. So let's see if no, Claude is still running, but it looks like it's actually doing the things it needs to do. So that's really nice, because this test is also like 600 lines of code. Oh yeah, you're doing the WebStorm AMA on Reddit. That's right. Let's actually check that out. There is this week. It's big AMA on the JetBrains subreddit. If you're interested in joining that, it's over here, the WebStorm specific one, from 9 to 1. Yeah, correct. That just started. So yeah, we're doing a whole week of AMAs basically on this subreddit here. Here's the schedule if you want to take a look. So yeah, that's really cool. You'll see that PHP Storm is missing, but that's because PHP Storm often does fairly once in a while does AMAs on the PHP subreddit. So we want to keep doing them there. But yeah, Jacob here. As for the annoying sounds, I replaced recently key switches in my mechanical keyboard because that drove my wife crazy. Now I have a super soft and silent ones. They sound so good. Which one do you then have, Jacob? Because I have just a Mac keyboard, which is fine, but it's my mouse clicking that's driving everyone insane. I'm so sorry for it. I reckon people, I don't know if you can hear it on stream. You don't want if we're reading through RFCs, then things totally derail, to be honest. Partial function application. We did that a couple of times. Especially when I get into this zone, it's like, yeah. Although people on stream do tell me that they like it when I highlight a paragraph because it helps them follow along. So maybe there is something to say for that. Cloud's still working, but I think we're almost done actually. No, it's not doing it in order apparently. It's probably following the order of the failed tests, which aren't necessarily in order because they are split across multiple processes. So Jakob has the Otamo Peach Silent. Oh, it really are the keycaps, right? Okay. I was like, what? This isn't the keyboard, but yeah, okay. Wow. Okay. The YouTube stuff with the... Will they play the sound? YouTube is... That's still pretty loud, I would say. I don't know. Or maybe that was the Silent Peach. I don't know. I don't think you can hear that, right? I have my sound muted. Yeah. I'll stick with the Mac Magic Keyboard. I've just gotten so used to it, and it feels the same as the laptop one. But yeah. Let's see. Yeah, run command, please. Actually, I could have run it myself. It's okay. Yeah, these two are the ones that already failed, so I'd actually kept track of that. That's because... Oh. Thank you for fixing that. Nice. It did work. It's really cool. Did this save me some time? I'm not sure. But it definitely wasn't a fun task to do. And in the meantime, we got to learn about PHP fart times, like basically origin story, which we can all add to our PHP history canon. Cool. I think this was a good refactor. Once again, we didn't make many changes yet to our console tester. Let's return to it. And let's actually now see where, because we need to, yeah, it can go away. Console tester test, right? Oh, let's rename this. Is success or succeeded? Succeeds. The thing is with succeeds here, we have different, I don't know if this is a problem or not. People in chat, tell me your opinion here. So we have on the primitive tester, we have a succeeds method, which basically checks whether the test that's running succeeded or not. We can add the same to console tester. We can add the same, because there will be more testers, right? There will be HTTP tester, mailer tester, event bus tester, blah, blah, blah. And most of them will have some kind of succeeds or fails method. So if we rename this to succeeds, it reads pretty good, I would say. And then fails as well. But then we have these naming collisions. I don't know if this is good. Now, truth be told, this succeeds wrapping basically. This only happens because we're testing the testing framework. So no one else is going to do this unless you're writing your own tester classes, of course. Then you will. So over here it looks very weird, but in practice you would write this, right? Why not success itself? Why not success? Because it doesn't really, it's not really a verb, right? Success is more of a noun. It doesn't, up until this point, we call our assertion methods, we don't prefix them with assert. Let me open the primitive tester here. Is not empty, greater than, less than, throws, let's see, actually, this should be named differently. Throws does not throw exception. Throws exception. Instance of is not instance of. Stuff like that. So undef null is always on the is something bool side. Yeah. Then it should be is successful, I think. But then what do you say with error? Is error successful? Now over here it's pretty clear. That's just contains. Let's also rename this to contains. And then contains not. Contains not. I mean, that makes a lot of sense. I think it's just, I don't know. I'm like, the suggestions I'm getting here aren't. You know what? Let's I can't even talk anymore. But let's ask AI. Do you? This should probably be chat then. New chat actually. Do you have some naming suggestions for methods that assert whether a console tester call succeeded or not? I want to avoid method names that start with assert. And okay, for the rest, let's just see what it comes up with. If is successful, then maybe is failed. Yes, that could work. Is failed, yeah. Has, but then Like to me, then it like has failed sounds better, but then should it has succeeded, and that's a mouthful. I don't really like that. Or maybe it's okay to have is success full Nestle. Let's see what ChatGPT says. Based on your other tests. Don't look at my other tests. Okay, like contains and contains not, and the patterns in primitive. The most consistent approach is to name the test methods after the methods they are testing. Since you are testing the succeeds and fails methods of your control. This is not what I asked, right? It basically says what I had already written, but I don't trust that this is alternative suggestion issue success exit code. No, this is not. It asked it. No, I wasn't talking about the methods in my test classes. I was talking about the methods of the tester. I added an exclamation mark because I think then ChatGPT will like understand that it was stupid. Yeah, okay. So it was just talking about this, but that's succeeds and fails are great. Thank you, Elias. At least someone is agreeing with me. Just keep those, okay? It might have also been my influence by Pest, but okay, well, half a book. Let's see. To align with primitive statistical is yeah. Okay, now it makes a good case for is successful. However, these is methods, they are only used for types. Like is string, is array, yes. But So an alternative could be expect to succeed. Yes, but that's more the Pest style, right? And so I was trying to like expect to be is actually like or to and then blah 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 is like a great thing. I think it originally comes from Jest or something like that, but I want to find out if I can do something different. Basically, I don't want to copy paste it. It feels so cheap. I don't know. Another small reason I prefer test is because I find expect to be a little difficult to write. Test is like, well, if I write it correctly, but so I wanted to explore the test name a little further before maybe changing it to expect. I think I'll stick with succeeds and fails for now. And then succeeds and fails are actually shorthands for has exit code, I think. Right? Has exit code. Has exit code. Exit code success. Has exit code error, and then over here this will be oh no, it should be, of course. Okay, yeah. Let's see, what else do we have here? Assert JSON. Why do we need that? Do we actually use that in Tempest somewhere? Console tester. So, okay, the about command. I mean, it's okay, but it's easy to add, of course. Like this. Test this output as unformatted string is JSON. I'll keep it. Is JSON. It's JSON. Bah oui. Oh, then we need a JSON. Oh, what was it called? About? No, that didn't work. No. Yeah. Config show. Oh, and that's not included. Anything else? Oh, nope. The routes? That's also not included. I should just make a fixture then. JSON command, and we'll say invoke in. Oh, I just noticed I have a meeting coming up in half an hour. I'll have to wrap up the stream in a second. Like this, and then this write line JSON encode JSON, but this doesn't get discovered right. Discovery locations. There's a police thingy. New discovery location, and we need to add our, what's the namespace here? Tempest testing. And then the path is dir tests fixtures. What's up with this? Okay, at least it works, but wait, no, that's weird. It's not gonna work here, I think. Will it? No, because I actually don't know how we add fixtures. I don't think we have support for that yet in no, that's a middleware over here. Yeah, we don't do discovery on this namespace, of course. And it's not actually okay, that's weird. Huh. Okay, so that's my next thing to fix probably. But it's gonna be for tomorrow because I have a meeting coming up, unfortunately. Yeah. But okay, we're making progress. I think we fixed 2 methods, but that's okay. Slowly but surely, you know, maybe one day it will be finished. But yeah, folks, I'm gonna wrap up here. Tomorrow, another stream, likely. I hope, maybe. Let's actually check. Oh, I've got news from my daughter. My daughter is just sick and has to get better. That's it. That's what the doctor said. Let's see. Yeah, I'll be able to stream tomorrow morning probably. So I will see you all then, folks. I hope. Thanks for joining, and see you tomorrow. Have a good day, productive day. I hope for you, and see you soon. Okay, bye bye.